Hey guys, it's All Things Disney, and today I'll be showing you how to create this rainbow unicorn charm or figure on the rainbow loom. And this figure is based on the movie Inside Out. It's the newest movie from Disney and Pixar. It's coming out on June 19th, I'm pretty sure. And, well, 2015. If you're watching this after it came out, then of course it's already out, but the time I'm posting this, it's not out yet. So, yay. So this is what the charm looks like, or figure, and this is based on the character, and I'm pretty sure her name is Rainbow Unicorn. And it's not one of the main characters from the movie Inside Out, but is in one of the trailers that you can watch. And so this is what she looks like. And she's basically just a unicorn with fun rainbow hair, and I made a lot of hair. So she has a horn. And you can also, she sits down because she has a tail back here, and her legs are in a sitting position. You don't have to make it like this, but it'll make it so that it can sit, which is a little hard to see. I don't know if you can see from this angle that I have the camera set up, but it does stand on its own. And even though it's not a 3D charm, see it is sitting, even though you can't really see it. So this is what it looks like, and now I'm going to show you what colors you need to create this project. So let's go on. To create this rainbow unicorn, you'll need lots of colors because it is a rainbow unicorn. You're going to need your rainbow loom with 3-bar pin like this. You're also going to need a hook, and I'm using the metal tipped hook today. And then you're going to need a lot of colors. So here are the colors. You're going to need black bands, yellow bands, pink bands, red bands, some sort of other shade of yellow bands. I'm using this non-Rainbow Loom brand gold. I think that they work pretty well. Here I used a Rainbow Loom brand gold, but I kind of like these golds too. So I'm going to try it just for this back strand of hair. So I'm using those gold. You're also going to need purple. You're going to need a turquoise blue. You're going to need white for the main part of the body. You're going to need a lot of white. Then you're going to need another shade of purple. I'm using this, I'm pretty sure it's Rainbow Loom brand, but they're like these sparkly purples for the horn. And then I'm also using, since the horn is purple and pink, I'm using a matching sparkly pink for the horn as well. You're also going to need, I'm using the ocean blue for the hair, and some shade of green. I'm using neon green because that's what I used here. So also you can use whatever you want for the eyes. I'm using the purples today. Here I used a blue, so that's what it looks like. And before we start, I just want to mention that on my channel I already have the tutorial for Joy, this Rainbow Loom figure, which is one of the 5 emotions in Inside Out. So I already have the tutorial for that link, and I'll leave the link below in the description box. Also, my sister, DisneyFan14, made this anger charm, and he's smaller than the others, but they're all about the same size. And we're making this sort of collaboration series with all the Inside Out characters. So here is Anger, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. That should be coming out the same day as this video is coming out, possibly before this video. And I'm also working on Fear, and he does not look that great yet, but I'm going to see how I can do with it and see if I can fix it, like the eyes and stuff like that. So there's a preview of upcoming videos and videos that are already out with all the Inside Out characters, so you can have a whole collection of them. So now we can get started. So to start making our little rainbow unicorn that's sitting right here, and by the way, you don't have to make it the Inside Out unicorn. You can just make it a unicorn if you like. But either way, we're going to start out by creating the top of the face. So we can we're going to, instead of one single band for the slipknot bands, we're going to start with, you can choose either pink or purple of the sparkly bands for the horn. We'll add on the second one later, but for the first part of the horn, just add on those double bands. going down from the top center peg to the one underneath it, and then you can take double of your red bands for the top of the hair and go diagonally to the left and then go diagonally to the right, like that. Now it should look like this, and we're going to add on next, we're going to put on one set of 2 white bands on the left, then one more set, like that. And this is for the main skin, the main part of her body. And we're going to do the same on the right, so go down once and then twice. Like that. So now we can fill in the center of the face. So we're going to go down once. Then go down again using double bands, and then one last time like that. Now we're going to go in diagonally to close off the face with double of our white bands from the center diagonally to the middle. Then we're going to do the same for the right side, like that. Now we get to add on all of the hair that we have right here, all of this crazy rainbow hair. So here, as you can see, I made 4 strands of hair per side. I used 2 strands of the same color pattern, but today I'm just going to make 1 to save a little bit of time, and it doesn't make that much of a difference because you really can't see the back strand. But if you wanted to do 2 sets of this color strand, then you can on each side, but you would just make double the amount that you need and then place them on this peg. But I'll get more into that later because we're going to start the hair now. So we're going to start with the top strand right here that has red, the pink, purple, and the darkest color of blue that we have, which is a ocean blue today. So we're going to use our hook to create this, and we're going to start with our blue color, our ocean blue, and twist 1 single of those bands around the tip of your hook through 2 times. Next, we're going to take one of our purple bands, place them on the tip of your hook, and slide on the loops. Then place it back over on your hook like this. Now we're going to take one of our pink bands, take it on the tip of your hook, slide everything that's on the hook back on, and bring it back over like this. Then we're going to do it one more time for the red ones. Like that. So we did 1 of our blue cap bands, then we used 1 purple, 1 pink, and 1 red. Now we're going to take it and place it on the second peg, counting down from the left side, like that. Now we're going to do this again for the right side, so I'm going to go make mine so that I don't waste too much time, and then I'll be right back. Now once you've made your next one, it should look like this. So we have our blue cap band, then purple, pink, and red. Now we're going to place this on the opposite side, so 2 pegs counting down from the right, like this. Now we're going to go down to our next strand of hair, which is we have our blue, turquoise, green, and yellow. So we're going to start with one of our yellow bands and twist that 1 single of them around the tip of your hook 2 times, creating 3 loops. Then take one of your green bands, place it on the tip of your hook, slide on the loops, bring it back over, and mine just came undone, so I'm going to redo that. So twist on the yellow, then take the green, then we're going to take our turquoise blue, like that, and then the navy blue. If you're doing a normal unicorn, you can use any colors you like, or if you're doing a rainbow unicorn, you can use the same colors to create a rainbow, like this. So now we have our next set of strands of hair, which will go here. So we have our yellow, green, turquoise blue, and ocean blue. Then we place this on the 3rd peg on the left, counting down from the top. like this. Now I'm going to go make my second one, and I'll be right back. So now I've made my next strand, and we're going to place it on the opposite side. And I'm going to straighten that up a little bit. So here's where if you want to do more strands, you can do 2 more of these and place them one on each side. But I'm not going to do that today because I think that just 1 strand per side is enough. It won't make that much of a difference. And now we're going to do our last strand, which is yellow and gold. So we're going to take one of our yellow bands, actually not yellow, I mean gold, on your hook, twist it around 2 times, creating 3 loops, like that. Then take one of your gold bands, slide on the loops, bring it back over. And you don't have to be using gold, you could be using like a neon orange maybe, or anything similar to a yellow or orangey color. Then we're going to take another of our gold and place it on the hook and bring it back over like this. Then we're going to take one of our yellow bands, and this is the last step, and then pull it through like that. This is our last strand of hair. So now we place it on the 4th peg, counting down from the left. And the hair is probably the most work we have to do in this whole figure. So once we've done the hair, it'll be nice and easy to do the rest. So now I'm going to go finish my last strand, and I'll be right back. So now we place that last strand on the 4th peg, counting down from the right, like that. And now we should have our face like this. So we have the red, pink, purple, and blue strands. Then we have the blue, turquoise blue, green, and yellow strands. And then lastly, we have the yellow and gold strands. So you can kind of see a pattern here, and it's the last color, or the cap band of each strand is the first color in the next strand. So here we have blue as our last one, and then the blue starts off here, and then here we have yellow as the last one, and then yellow starts off here. And it would be the same, but there's no more to do, so there's no gold. So now our loom looks like this, and we can go on to make the rest of the body. So we're going to take double of our white bands, and we're going to go right from the face. We're not going to make a neck. You can make a neck, but I decided not to. See, this is what it looks like without the neck. With the neck it would just be a little longer, but I decided no neck for me, but you can make a neck, so that's your choice. But for me, no neck. So we're going to take double bands and go diagonally to the left and then to the right, like that. Now we're going to go down with double bands on the left, and then on the right. Like that. Now we're going to go down again on the left. Like that. Now we're going to go down on the right. Like that. And then go down again on the left. And then again on the right. We're all using double bands. Now we go into the center. We can fill in that space. So go down once. Then we're going to go down again. Then again. And then we're going to go to one more time. Like that. So now our body looks like this. Next we're going to take double over our bands and go down once more on the left. And then do the same on the right. Like that. Now actually I made a mistake here. We're not only going to place double bands here. Before we do that, just take off those last 2 bands. I'm sorry about that. We're going to make her legs. So this is only if you want her to be sitting like this and 3D. If you want her to be standing, then it would look more like this, a little different. because of the way I made this. But then you would go down here, so you would go down, so we would go down once, then again, then 3 times, then 4 times, 5, 6, and 7. Don't fill in the last 3 rows. That's only if you want her to be standing. Then you would cap band it here with 1 black band, and same on the other side. But if you want her to be sitting, we're going to take one of our black bands, and we're going to use our hook, twist that single black band around the tip of your hook 3 times, or 2 times, creating 3 loops like that. Then we can take double of our bands, the white ones, and slide on the loops, bring it back over onto the hook like that, and then I'm going to use these. Take another double, slide on the loops, and back over like this. So now we have the legs. And then lastly, take another double, place them, slide on the loops. But here is where we're going to place the bandas. Even though my loom is sliding away, we're going to place it between these last 2 pegs here, like that, which is our 4th set of bands. So that'll look like this. Next, we're going to use our hook again, and we're going to use our black single band, twist it around the tip of your hook 2 times, creating 3 loops. Then take double of your white bands, place them on the tip of your hook, like that, slide on the loops, bring it back over, and then we're going to slide on our next double bands. Same thing as we did last time with the foot. Bring it back over, so now we've completed the foot, and then we take our body bands, take double, and then don't bring it back over, you're just going to place it right on the next pegs that we were going to place our 4th set of bands on, like that. So this will create the more sitting look. However, like I said before, if you want her to be standing, you would go down, I think, 3 more times. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 more times, like that, and then cap band on the last peg. So now it looks like this. Now we're going to add on the arms, so we're going to do a similar process. Take one of your black bands, twist around the tip of your hook 2 times, take double of your white bands, place them on the tip of your hook, slide on the black loops, and the black is for, like, I guess the hooves, if you want to call them that. Then we're going to take double of our white bands again, slide everything on like this. Now we have our arms. So we have 1 black cap band and 2 loops, and then we place it on, I think, the 5th peg down from the top. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peg down from the top right, top left actually. So counting down, it's on the 5th, and then we go to the other side, and then we'll do the same thing. So I'm going to go make that. If you need further instructions on this, go back and rewind to see what I did the first time, but it's pretty basic, so I'm going to go finish it, and I'll be right back. So now I have made this second arm, and I'm going to take it off my hook, count down to the 5th peg from the top right, like that. So now it looks like this. Let me just make sure the hair is all right. So we have this interesting body right now. So it may look a little odd and everything. So now we're going to get to our triangle bands, which will hold the body together. So first we're going to go to the 6th peg down from the top on each of the bar pin rows. Then make a triangle band. Then another below them. And then another, like that. And actually, I think I did something wrong here. Let me check. I'm sorry, guys. I actually made a mistake with placing the bands. I'm sorry. I made a mistake with the design. So take off that last triangle band, and I missed one link here. So we're going to take off the feet. You can just use your hook to take them off. I'm only going one side at a time, and then we're going to place double bands there, and then place your feet. I miscounted when I did that, so I apologize for that. And then we're going to place our feet again. And I'm having difficulty placing that. So, okay, like that. And then you're just going to do the same thing for the other side. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take off the feet and the feet only, like that. And then we're going to place double of our white bands again. And I just launched one into the air. So go down, and then we're going to place our feet again. So I'm sorry about that for miscounting. And my one fall off. So I'm just going to redo that last footstep. So now we have this. You don't have to change the center because the center is correct. Now, once we have our correct body, we're going to make another triangle, and then lastly, we're going to make another triangle, and then take the bottom part of the triangle and bring it up to the middle peg, like that. Now we're going to take one single of our white bands and make a cap band on the last peg right under the foot. Twist it around 2 times, creating 3 loops, and then do the same on the left side. Like that. You don't really have to worry about the feet right now. So now we can go up to our face, and since the hair is here for the eyes, I'm going to use my hook to make the eyes. Today I'm going to be using purple to create the eyes. You can use blue like I did here, but I just think that I'm pretty sure the character has purple eyes, but I'm not actually very sure because I haven't seen the movie yet, because it hasn't been released at the time I'm making this. So we're going to twist one of our purple bands, or whatever color you're using for the eyes, whether it be blue, purple, black, anything. You're going to twist it around 3 times, creating 4 loops, and then do it again right over the other, like that. So it'll create the eyes. Now we take one of our white bands, place it on the tip of your hook, slide on all the loops, like that. And then we take the band and stretch it over between the 2 pegs, counting down, which you would get 3 from the top. And then place the middle part of the band up, separating the eyes like that. Now we take one single of our white bands again and make a normal triangle over the next 2. And don't affect the hair, just leave it right over the hair. Like, let me give you an example. So the cap triangle band is not touching the hair. Well, it can be touching the hair, but not overlapping with the hair, like that. So now we have our whole loom should look like this. So I'm going to start at the top and show you guys everything that it should look like by now. Like that. So now we have this. And I just remembered another thing that I forgot. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting things. If you wanted a tail, we're going to take off that last middle peg and we're going to add on the tail. So we're going to make a red cap band on our hook. So twist it around a single band 2 times, and then take double pink bands, and then double purple bands, like that, and that'll be the tail. Then we take our double white bands that we used. Then, like with the feet, we will just place it right on where we had that. So I'm sorry about all these mistakes I made with the tail and the feet, because they kind of confused me, I guess. And then you can just leave the tail there. Then we can replace our triangle bands. Like that. So now once your loom looks like this, with the tail if you wanted one, now we can start hooking up the loom. So we're going to start by going in the cap band, and we're going to grab those bottom two bands, and this all came off, so I'm just going to redo that. So now I just replaced that. We're going to go in the cap band, take only the bottom two, and then you're going to pull them over the foot so that the foot is in the middle of the two. So it's a little odd, but that's how it looks. Now we're going to do the same for the other side. So we're going to pull the band through the foot and back over like that. Now we can go in the center. We don't have to go in any bands. Just pull the bottom two up, ignore the tail, we don't have to do anything with it, and then just hook up the whole center area. But then we're going to stop before we get to the head, so we're just going to stop there. Like that, we're not going to touch anything above that. So now we can do the rest of the sides. It's pretty much just like normal looming up. Just go in the horizontal or triangle bands and bring up the bands. And I want to make sure that's not twisted. And we just keep going up. And then we can go in the arms, ignore the arms, and bring the bottom two bands diagonally up like that. Now we are going to do the other side. Same steps. Like that, and then go under the arms and bring them all to the diagonal so that our body looks like this. And then we're going to go in. There are a lot of bands here, so watch out. If you made a neck, then it should be a little easier, but I think that it looks good without a neck though. You're just going to grab the top two only bands that are going to the side. So you really have to watch out for those. Make sure you're not grabbing any bands that you should not be grabbing. It gets easier once you start grabbing more. Like once you finish with the top two, it'll get easier. Then we grab the next top two, pull them to the diagonal, and then go in finally. But before we go in, we're going to take one of our white bands and twist it around our hook 3 times, creating 4 loops like that for the nose. You don't need a nose. It would look more like this, kind of. This is the back of my already made unicorn. It would look like that without a nose, but I'm making a nose to make it look more realistic. And then before you place the bands, you go in and grab them, but then you slide on the loops before you place the bands. Like that. Then you replace it right there. Then we can bring up the rest of the center bands like that, but don't go above to the horn. And then we do the same for the sides, go on in the hair and everything, and only grab the bottom two. And make sure you're avoiding any triangle bands that may be there. And I think my hair is overlapping with the band that I need to grab here. Okay, and then once you've reached this top strand, you're going to go in and grab the bottom 2 red bands and bring them diagonally into the center. Now we're going to do the same for the other side. So go in, grab the bottom 2, bring those up, then do the same thing we did for the other side, and go in that last strand and go in the diagonal like that. So now our face looks like this, and our body looks like this. And now we can finally hook up the last two unicorn horn bands. So go in, grab the bottom two only, and bring those up like that. Now we're going to start by the bottom, and we're going to take everything off the loom using your hook. And we're going to take all of it off except for the horn. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. So now I've pretty much taken everything off. Just make sure you're holding on to the horn bands, and when you're taking off these last red ones, please be cautious. Then you can take off the bands and place them onto your hook like this. Now there's a bit of work that we have to do to make it look more like the character, because as you can see, this does not look like a unicorn right now. It looks anything but that right now. So now we're going to finish up our horn, so we're going to take our next color of the pink bands, take double of them on your hook, and slide on the loops and bring those back over like that. And then you can take either a sparkly pink or an opaque pink, it doesn't matter that much. And on a single of those, pull it through the horn and then make a slip knot like that, and then we can just hide it by pulling it back through the horn. Just sort of sew it through the horn, and if you need to get to the body, you can, just like, then once it's well hidden, we can move on to the other parts. So now my eyes look a little odd, so I'm just going to push them out a little, pull out the hair strand so that it's not like in the head showing. And you may want to kind of fix them up so that they're not like sticking up. They may be sticking out, but that's better than like sticking up in the air. And my horn slip knot is kind of sticking out, but I'm not going to worry about that much right now, because I'm going to go to the highlights of the thing that we need to fix before going on. So now we have these odd legs and this tail. So we're going to start with the tail, and we're just going to sort of push it back to the back of the body, like that. Now we have our legs here. We're going to take the cap band that you can see here, pull it over the legs, and then pull it through the legs, like that. And it creates this, it looks a little odd from the side, but this is how it sort of sits. See, it looks more like a sitting unicorn than a whatever this is, unicorn. So now we're going to take our cap band again, pull it through for the other side, and pull the leg through, like that. So now we have our sitting area, and it looks like this. So now, as you can see, the nose is a little different on this one. I'm going to show you how I made this nose, and I made it like this so that it would look more like a horse with like a bigger nose. But if you want, you can keep it like this, or if you didn't put a nose, it would look more like this, just a little different. So this is how I made the extension to the nose. You're going to go in through the bands that this nose area is near, take double of the white bands, and then place them on the hook and pull them through and back over like this. Then we take one of our slip knot, one of our white bands, and to create a slip knot. Let me move my loom out of the way so it's not so distracting. And then pull it through all the bands like that. And then we're going to tie a slip knot by taking the part of the band furthest from you, and then pull it through like that. Now we can just, like we did with the horn, sort of thread it through the nose. But I'm not going to go too far right now, and then it would be hidden like that. You can also add a mouth if you like. I'm not going to show you how because I'm not going to today, just to save time, because this video is kind of long already. So now our unicorns should look like this. I'm just going to hide my band a little more. Somewhat like this. And they can sit like that. Very cool. So now they look like that. Let me just knock them over. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope that you liked it and you made this design. And if you made these, you can show them to me on Instagram, and my account name is at All Things Disney, but there's all underscore things underscore and then Disney and then 1303. And that's what my username on Instagram. I'll leave also the name in the description below. And use the hashtag AllThingsDisneyRL for Rainbow Loom if you create any of my Rainbow Loom designs. So, thanks for watching. Check out the other Inside Out charms like Joy and Anger. Links in the description box below. And more to come, and see you real soon. Bye!